Okay, so I want to start by saying, I'm looking for a highlighter. I know that you do not want to have work over Christmas break, but I do love you dearly, and I just can't have you go home for 2 weeks, come back and act like you can't put numbers together correctly. So we are doing something. I need you to have a pencil, and I need you to have a highlighter, because we're going to highlight the ones that we are doing. We're not doing everything. Okay? All right. I know this is going to sound annoying to you, but we are going to do all of day one. It's super simple. It's asking you for fact families. If you need to highlight literally every single one of these so that your brain sees it, do that. Okay? There are, let's do this. Let's just go to 15. Let's cut out at 15. All it's saying is that 7 times 1 would be 7. So that 7 divided by 7 is 1. 7 times 0 is 0. So 0 divided by 7 is 0. 7 times 3 is 21. So 21 divided by 7 is 3. You're just plugging things in. Easy. So you're doing everything to 15. If you would like to cross out where it says 16 through 25 so that your brain sees it and you know you don't have to do it, cross those out. That's fine. That's day one. Highlight what you need to highlight. Fill in what you need to fill in. We are not doing anything from day 2. So if you want to put a whole X through the entire day, do that. I wrote stuff down. I don't know where I put it. Whatever. Hang on. Here it is. We are not doing anything from day 3. So cross it out. We are not doing anything from day 4. Cross it out. Pretty basic so far. We are doing stuff from day 5 though. On day 5, will you please highlight for me number 2? And will you please highlight for me number 5? Now, normally when it comes to multiplication, if we ever have 3 digits, typically the last digit is a 0. However, we did have something that looked very similar to this on the FAST benchmark. So if you don't know what to do with the dead, okay, because we haven't practiced this because we're not really supposed to, I want you to draw a box and see if you can't multiply that way, even if that's not how you typically multiply. Okay, so try 320 and 6. You're not just going to draw a line across because you still have to go 200, 0, and 5. Try that. See if you can't find what you need. We just had this one the other day for homework, so should be fine. From day 6, it's asking you, or I'm going to ask you to highlight 1. It's asking you for the quotient, but quotient means that it's going with division. You might want to write that down. I'm going to ask you to do number 2. Number 2 mentions product, multiplication. There were a few of you when we did FAST benchmark that had asked you for the product, and a couple of you did the wrong operation. So please make sure you know what product means. Off of day 6, I also want you to do number 5. We just had it for homework. You literally should be fine. And we're moving. Off of day 7, I do want to try number 1. It says Charles has a ½ pound of grapes that he separates into 3 equal portions. But if he's giving equal portions, he's making equal groups, he is dividing. They want to know how many pounds ends up in each portion. So you're going to take his ½ pound of grapes and you are going to divide that by 3. But when we divide fractions, you're keeping it, you're changing it, you're flipping it. 3 as a fraction should be 3 over 1. So when you flip it, put the 1 up top and the 3 on the bottom. You'd be changing it into multiplication. See if you can find something. Off of here, where's my highlighter? I want you to highlight for me number 4. And that's it. So from day 7, do 1, do 4. Look at 8 for me. We're almost done. Off of day 8, do 1. Off of day 8, do 3. You might want to box in where it's asking you for the perimeter. And then off to the side, you do have some space. So I'm going to put a P for perimeter, means that you add up all sides. So they are showing you a rectangle, which means if the top side is 3.5 or 3 5/10 meters, the bottom would also be 3 5/10 meters. If the left side says 1 3/10 meters, then the right side's also the same. So in order for you to find the perimeter, you're going to add all 4 sides of that square or rectangle, together. That's it. We are doing 5 off of day 8. They're asking you for the median, and the median is just the middle number. So you're going to take the numbers off of the chart, and you're going to try to put them in order from smallest to biggest. Cross out the biggest, cross out the smallest. Keep going until you find one that's in the middle. Okay, hang tight. Because there's only 6 points. So you'd have to go in the middle. Let's see, 1, 2. I'm thinking 3, 4. Okay, 6. So those 2 are gone. Those 2 are gone. I don't like that. It's not going to work. So what would there be 1? Okay, 1. Oh, I guess that could work. Just try it. Whatever. We'll go over it. Not a big deal. Just try it. All right. 9. Okay. Off of day 9, we are doing 1. Well, we're going to do both. So you might want to highlight A and B, but I'm going to do A really quickly for you. They are asking us to find the area, which is just length times width, and it's just 2 fractions. So all you do when we get to multiplying fractions is you just multiply straight across. That's it. I'm going to say that 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, so that is it. I'm going to put 1 over 24 in the box. Both of these are being measured in inches. And its area, so it's squared. And squared is a little 2 because you are multiplying 2 numbers together. So you're going to do the same for B. You're also going to do the same for both parts of number 2. Same thing. They're asking you for area. You're literally just multiplying across. No big deal. I do want us to try to find number 3. It does say mark all that apply, so there should be more than one. One of your answers you should see. Anytime we add and subtract fractions, which is what we're going to come back and get to, you're going to need, common denominators. All I'm asking you to do is just try it. I also am going to tell you that between 4 and 3, a common denominator would be 12. Both those numbers can go into 12. I don't like that one. We are going to try number 5 off day 9. Day 9 is asking you for the mean, which means that you need to find the average of these numbers. So there are 5 numbers. The first step for you is going to be to add up all 5 numbers. Once you have a total, and there are decimals, so stack them. You're adding 5 decimal numbers together. You are going to be dividing by the number of data points. And there are 5. So you're going to be dividing by 5. You're going to add those 5 numbers together, get a total, and take that total and divide by 5. Put your answer in the box. That's how you solve for the mean. Off of day 10, we are going to try number 1 because it is multiple choice and it is PEMDAS. You might want to write up top the P for parentheses, your E for exponents. Multiplication and division, they go together from left to right. So you have division and multiplication, but the division comes first, so you'd have to do the division part first. Addition and subtraction also go together from left to right. You have both addition and subtraction, but the addition symbol is coming before the subtraction, so you'd have to add first. Just try it, okay? You might want to highlight that you'd have to start here at the parentheses. Do that part, okay? Do that first, and then bring everything else down. I'm going to say that 30 minus 2 is 28. You're going to bring down everything that you haven't yet used. You have addition, division, and multiplication. I guess I was wrong about the subtractions in the parentheses, but regardless. Between addition, division, and multiplication, division and multiplication go together, but this division part comes before the multiplication symbol. So do that part next and bring the other stuff down. See what you get. I am going to ask you to try number 2, okay? It might be easier because this is in parentheses. You're going to put that all together. So it might be better for you because these are all after a decimal point. They're tenths, hundredths, and tenths again. To give yourself a decimal point and your 3 lines. Show the tenths place, hundredths place, thousandths place. See what number you can create by pulling this out. If they want 1/10, that's 1/10. If they want 30 hundredths, that last digit is going on the line. You got to push that 3 forward, which means that 1 turns into a 4. See what you would get if you add the other one on. Then multiply by your power of 10. See what you get. I don't want to do 3. What would that get me? We'll try it. Let's try 4. Area would be length times width. Okay, might be easier for you if you give yourself that little highlighted C. You're going to take that bottom number, you're going to multiply by the whole number. So 2 times 1 is 2. You're going to add that top number on. So 2 plus 1 is 3. You keep that bottom number. So 1.5 and 2/3, those are equal. They're equivalent. They're the same number. Same thing up here. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So I get 7, keep the bottom number, over 3. If they want you to multiply to find the area, you're going to multiply 7 over 3, and 3, over 2. That's a 3, even though it doesn't really look like it. Multiply across, okay? If you don't see what you need, then do the backwards C. Do that little highlighted C and see if you can find something that's equivalent to what you get. Number 5 is volume. Okay, this is the last page. We are going to try it, but what I want you to recognize is he has 3 of these cubes. So Michael puts 3 cubes side by side to hold his card collection. The cubes are the same size. One of the cubes is sketched below. What is the total volume of the containers? Eventually, you're going to have to add the boxes together. What a cube is that it's all equal. So if volume is length times width times height, then that means that the length is 7 centimeters. The width would also be 7 centimeters. The height would also be 7 centimeters. It's not 7 times 3. It's 7 times 7. And then times 7 again. But I want you to remember he has 3 of those cubes. So whatever you get, you're going to have to then try times 3. He has 3 of those cubes. See if you can find something. It is multiple choice. Now, I do expect you to have written down what you needed. So if all you did was watch it and you didn't highlight or write anything down, that's your problem. We are doing 4 from here, from day 10. We are doing, that would be 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19. Nothing. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that would be 29, 34. We're doing a total of 34 questions. Should be fine. Okay. You got 2.5 weeks to do it. And a lot of you will be able to get stuff started, if not finished, today. You'll be fine. Promise.